Hey everybody, Dr. Brian Damhoff. Welcome to another session of Strength Work for Runners. Let's go over what we got for today's workout. As you can see in front of me, we have a barbell and we have some weights. This is going to be a little bit more of an advanced workout. If you're looking for something a little easier, you could check out the playlist there and find a workout that's more tailored for you. So it's going to require some weights. The barbell, we're going to do deadlift, 3 sets of 3 with a 2-minute recovery as our main exercise today. After that, we're going to roll into 3 different exercises where our recovery will be while we do the other exercises. We're going to work different muscle groups. So we are going to need a Swiss ball, and we're going to do some Swiss ball hamstring curls, and then we're going to do some core work, some dead bugs, some stir the pot, some other really fun stuff in there as well. And then lastly, you're gonna need some dumbbells or kettlebell, whatever you have for weights. We're gonna do some reverse lunges, get that posterior chain, get those glutes firing. So I'm excited about today's workout. I hope you guys are as well. I thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But we're gonna get started with deadlifts, 3 sets of 3. High weight, if you have a trap bar at home, that's totally fine as well. We're looking for good form. We want to hip hinge, drive that chest tall. We don't want that back to do that thing like that. Otherwise, you'll be seeing somebody like a physical therapist or a chiropractor, which we don't want to do. So let's go ahead and find our weight here and get ready to go on our first set. Again, 3 sets of 3. Nice, first set in the books. We got a 2-minute recovery now, and I'm gonna go ahead and bump up that weight so you at home can do that as well, or whatever is right for you. I like to go up about 20 pounds every single set, and I try to plan it that way. But for you, you might be at a totally different level, so do what is right for you. You might be stronger, you might be a little, not quite as strong, but in time, it can build up. But I do want to talk during our recovery here about lifting and how to structure it with your running. It's one of the most common questions I get. And I think it's good to know what to do because obviously lifting is tough. It uses the legs and so does running. So how do we find that fine line to make it work really well? And I think the key is, in the ideal world, we split the sessions where we run on one day, we lift on another day. Now, you might be saying, I run 6 days a week. So if that's the case, we just want to split the sessions during the day. My personal preference is you always run first. And then we want at least 3 hours until we do the lifting like we're doing here. So if that's not feasible, the other option would be run first and lift right after. But we definitely want to give our muscles a chance to recover. We don't want to beat our bodies up too bad, and I would never advise lifting and then trying to go out for a run. I think you'll find that to be very difficult. So yeah, splitting those sessions up, that's what we're looking for. If you're somebody who's kind of a beginner runner where you're only running 3-4 days a week, that works perfect because then you can do 2 to 3 days worth of strength work on a day where you're not running. So it works out perfect where you can balance the two and find that your body will feel good because at the end of the day, that's a very important factor too. We want to feel good. So we're getting ready here for this second set of deadlift. Again, we're looking for 3 reps. Make sure you drive that chest up nice and tall as you go up. So let's go ahead and go on that second set here. Nice, second set in the books. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little more weight and we'll have another 2-minute recovery here. I hope that you guys find deadlifts as fun as I do, but of course, I find every exercise super fun. And if you guys have followed along any of my workouts before, you can definitely see that. So let's talk a little bit more about lifting for runners and how we want to structure those workouts. So just like we're doing today, we do that main exercise. This is an exercise that's a compound lift. It's going to use lots of different muscle groups, Deadlifts are a great one because we work pretty much everything in the lower extremities, which is what we're looking for. And then we want to make sure that we have the high weight. That's a huge, huge key that I'm looking for, because a lot of runners, old school thought, high repetition, low weight, don't want to get too big, otherwise it will slow you down. Not true. Especially when you're running, you're not gonna get super big. You're not gonna look like a bodybuilder. So that's not something you need to worry about. But what you do need to worry about is doing that low repetition, 12 repetitions or less for the most part, and then high weight, because that's where we're gonna get our gains. That's where we can increase our running economy. Good research on that out there. If you have questions about that, feel free to reach out to me, contact me. I'm always willing to share the data that I'm using to formulate my opinions, because at the end of the day, I think it's very important to be educated when it comes to things like that and not just make up stuff. So I think it's really key that you do the right stuff. Don't be doing the old school high repetition stuff. So we're getting ready for this third and final set. You guys have been doing great so far. Let's keep up the good work. Let's really work on that form on this last one. I find that if the form is gonna suffer, it's usually on that last set, but on deadlifts, we want it to be perfect. So third and final set whenever you are ready. Excellent, great job guys. What I'm gonna do for my purposes in my space is just go ahead and slide the weight out of the way here. If you have water at home, now would be the perfect time to grab a sip before we roll into our next set of exercises here. There we go. And then what we're gonna do on our next set of exercises is 3 different moves. And we're gonna start with a hamstring move. And for that, you're gonna need the Swiss ball here. And we are gonna do Swiss ball hamstring curls. We're looking at doing 3 sets of 10. It's gonna really work those hamstrings in there. If you guys have seen my video before on how to do these, then you know your form will be perfect. But what we're looking for here, flat on the back, arms are gonna go out to help support. You're gonna raise those hips. The higher you go, the harder it will be. The harder you dig those heels into the ball, the harder it will be. If you're really, really strong, you could even go single leg. So I'm gonna go double leg here. We're gonna do 3 sets of 10. We're looking for good control with that ball as we go back and forth with those hips up in the air. So here we go on set number 1. Excellent, now we're gonna move on to a core exercise, and for that, you get to lay right here. And again, we're gonna use that Swiss ball. So what I'm gonna do is a dead bug. So what I'm looking for is I wanna keep that back engaged to the ground. If I had a t-shirt under here, I shouldn't be able to pull that t-shirt out. And then I'm gonna put arms up in the air, legs up in the air, and then I'm gonna move opposite arm, opposite leg, back and forth as I provide a little squeeze on that ball. The harder you squeeze the ball, the more you're gonna work that core, so push as hard as you want. And we are gonna go for a period of 45 seconds here with good control. So here we go, 3, 2, 1, and go. Great job, guys. I'm gonna set this ball aside. We are moving on to the next exercise. Next up, we got reverse lunges. For this, you're gonna use your weight here, whatever you have. We're gonna do a total of 10 repetitions, so that's 5 on either leg. We're looking for good control. It's much easier to do a front lunge. Sometimes when you go backwards, you kind of lose your stability, so we want to be nice and stable as we perform the lunges. So whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and get to work here. Excellent. Then we are gonna go on to round 2. You guys have 1 round in the books. We're gonna grab that Swiss ball. We're gonna go right back to those Swiss ball hamstring curls. Again, we're gonna feel it nice and good in those hammies. If you kind of cramp in there, that might be a sign that you need to work a little bit on that hamstring strength. So another set of 10 as we start round 2 here. You guys are doing great. Keep up the nice work. And let's make these repetitions nice and good here. Excellent, another set in the books. We're gonna move on to the core now, and we're gonna do a fun exercise. I know you're probably thinking, Dr. Brian, you think every exercise is fun, and that's a true statement. So what we're gonna do on this, similar to how we were in that first position, we're gonna be in that same spot here, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go side to side, and I'm gonna try not to tip over, and then I'm gonna come back. The slower I go, the better. And we'll go side to side here, and you can use your eyes to kind of lead, but put a little pressure into that ball. You're gonna feel that core fire. Again, we're gonna do this for 45 seconds. So grab that ball, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Great job, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one just as much as I did. It's a little different type of core exercise. We're gonna throw that ball back up there. I'm gonna go ahead and grab those weights, get ready for that second set of those reverse lunges. Again, great form on these, chest nice and tall. We're looking for stability here. So let's get started on that second set. We got 10 repetitions, make them great. Second round in the books. We have one more set left of every exercise, and you guys are doing great here. If you want a sip of water, go ahead, grab a quick sip, and then we're gonna roll right into that round 3, and then you guys will be done. So we're gonna go back to those Swiss ball hamstring curls. Again, harder that you push those heels in, The higher the hips, the harder it's gonna be. We wanna push really hard on this last round, so that way we really feel it in those hamstrings. So let's go ahead, grab a little floor, and we will get to work on this third and final round. Keep up the great work, guys. Let's keep that form nice and tight. Here we go. Excellent. That's that third and final set on those. We got 2 more exercises to do. We're going back to the core, and again, it's gonna be a super fun exercise. This one's called Stir the Pot. So what we're gonna do is go into a plank position on the ball with the arms right here like this. And we're gonna do these little circles. We're gonna go 6 one way, 6 the other way. The bigger the circles, the harder it's gonna be. So I recommend going with small circles to start. You also wanna go wide with your legs, especially if it's your first time doing the exercise. If you're more of an advanced user, you can go very narrow with the feet, and that will make it more difficult. But we want our back to stay flat the whole time that we perform the exercise. I don't wanna see that back going all over. So 6 one way, 6 the other way. Here we go on this third and final set of core. Hope you guys enjoyed that exercise just as much as I did. I know it's one of my favorite core exercises. And then we're gonna move on to our last set of reverse lunges. So let's go ahead and grab those weights. Again, chest nice and tall. You got 10 more repetitions. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Let's get this last set going. Here we go. Nice, great job, guys. Give yourself a nice pat on the back. I appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Great workout. Keep up the great work on everything running. And check out my YouTube channel. I got lots of great content on there for runners. I'm gonna keep adding more strength workouts, more circuits, all sorts of fun stuff. So I'd love for you guys to hit that subscribe button and check out all my great content. Thanks again, guys.